Oh, it's getting tighter. 2025, we're doing the top songs. Because I didn't do the lighting last year, if you remember.
Normally we'd have nice fancy lights behind us. The one tube light lighting, I will take a picture of this and show you what it looks like.
There's a lot of lists and a lot of people love to just go through and speak praises of the stuff that everybody talks about. I'm trying to give you deep cuts, lesser known stuff, not just in a hipster way, but more so in a, I love this stuff genuinely, and I feel like it's not getting enough shine. So, shine on, you crazy diamond. I go for some contrast. I like the natural look, but now I don't. Let's purple wash that. Boom. All right. It's so fun to have you. Pour yourself some tea, chill out a little bit. We'll just sit around and talk, you know. There's not a way for me to listen through this with you. That would be fun, but the best way to do this is just to talk about it, and maybe if it piques your interest, go back, check it out. Playlist is available too for everybody to listen to. When we go from 100 to about 25, all of them are great. All of them are fantastic. I'm gonna try to sort them by genre, as you'll see, having fun with it and enjoying it. And there'll be some twists and turns too. I have some that, some I kind of want to roast a little bit. We're gonna use Spotify for convenience. I've used it for years, basically since it started. And the one thing they added, I don't know if this was recent, the BPM. So, I'll show you some of the fastest and slowest stuff on there. I don't think it's 100% accurate though, because some of the stuff it's kind of gauging based on, like the hi-hats are fast, but the rest of the song was super slow. Let's jump into number 100, Build and Destroy by Styx. This is a new Styx song, yeah, the 80s band. My first question was, did they listen to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard? It was fun to hear them try something new. It sounded really good. It almost sounded like I put Dragon Force slowed, but it had a super pleasant vintage feel, and I think a lot of people will enjoy the new Styx. Got to see TOLEDO this past year. That was sick. They're another band in that wheelhouse. I think they're one that deserves to kind of just be put in there. Oh, they had a lyric of Lost in AI. It's pretty funny. Lost in AI. Next song, Hurly Burly by Gorse, panshawe. Fun boop boop beep beeps. I don't know how else to describe it other than like instrumentation was super experimental. My friend Alvin, he writes some stuff under Scaleless V. He would love this. This is exactly the type of stuff he'd love. Experimental electro, fun. You can bop your head to it. I like that. Lou Reed by Cory Hanson. Hadn't heard of Cory Hanson. It kind of sounds, if you love Father John Misty, if you love Elton John, great ballad. Well, some beautiful guitar. We're going to be talking about guitars later. I don't even want to surprise you, but it could be related to the Gibson Les Paul. Ooh, I'm giving too much away. This song, it rewards patient listeners too. That's another thing you're going to see throughout this whole list. If you're really patient, you're going to get rewarded. And it's a sax solo. Check it out. We got pretty grungy, post-hardcore band with 50 monthly listeners. Talk about underground. Almost like Seosin. I think it was the Seosin Forum, too. People were talking about a similar band to Seosin. I'm pretty sure that's how I discovered them. Incredibly slick, incredibly brutal. Production toe-to-toe with any of that stuff from like the early 2000s. For the fact they have 50 monthly listeners, don't underestimate it. It's good stuff. I love using streaming for this purpose to find new stuff and dig. We have Flat Circle by Sydney Sprague. Blink twice if you know what I'm saying. Lyric. This was, I would say, guitar riffing, pop slickness with strong hooks and indie spirit. You're gonna like it. Really catchy. I knew I had to add it to the playlist. She's from Phoenix. Known for its triple-digit temperatures. Let me tell you what, down in Florida we know, but that's a dry heat. We respect y'all over there. And I'm from Alabama. It gets hot. It just gets hot in that bottom part of the U.S. This band, another place where it's hot. He's from Florida. Love this guy. Stephen Christian, his band called Anchor and Braille. It's weird as crap. This is totally different than anything he's put out, and that's why I love it. I'm so happy he's trying to like do creative stuff, albeit very weird and kind of unexplainable. I've never heard him do like spoken word stuff except on Anne Boleyn. They're a good emo band. One of my favorites. Tons of videos talking about them. So it's like one of my favorite singers from one of my favorite bands making weird things. I'm happy for him. I don't recommend it for everybody because it's weird. But like, check out his album Felt. That's what I would do. This is an opportunity to go listen to Felt. I did an acoustic full album cover of it. That's how much I love that album. And I got the vinyl of it. Indeed. Yes, I do. This one was hard to hunt down. I got it during the pandemic. Beautiful. Beautiful little guy. Little deer. It's actually a reddish vinyl, believe it or not. And really introspective, lovesick, very much like hipster 09. It'll put you right there in that space. Really well put together. And it sounds good on acoustic guitar. It can sound good anywhere. I've heard it said, and it's true. We got Hold On by Leon Bridges. Love this dude. Obviously 14 million monthlies. I mean, it's not like it's underground or anything. But these drum tones are immaculate. Just amazingly smooth, balanced vibe. If you just let it ride and just enjoy it. Oh, it's so good. On another level. Hold on. So good. Smooth. We got Irreversible Entanglements with Woman. This is absolute speedy chaos. This one pay attention to because this one's like culturally appropriate right now. Amazing jazzy, brassy accents. But on top of all the crazy stuff going on, there's some really heartfelt stuff listing off all kinds of current events, female empowerment, human rights. Don't know if you've been paying attention, but U.S. is in turmoil in a lot of ways for those very things. Important timing, important message, scary, horrifying sounds that are so poignant and just scary good. Check that out. Needs more play. 6,000 monthly listeners. That's just great stuff. Really well put together. Tops is a pop band. They're really cool. Just discovered them through, I think it was Coachella. That song is so, the vocal tones are so gorgeous, but also like the 80s pop feel, they nail it because they had those modern sonic pleasantries. I love some of the lyrics. Filling my cup full of empty love. The one I wrote down was gassing me up in an empty bar. Like someone's so desperate. There's some good stuff in there. Good stuff in there. Let's talk about Stereolab. Melodie is a wound edit. I just love it. It's just a vibe. Simple and fun background beat. And it's got a really nice building progression. Really steady. See, it's good. Check it out. DURRY. DURRY? Gotta go, guys. I'm in a DURRY. Song is IDK. I just work here. I just work here, bro. I don't know. Hilarious working class anthem. Less annoying MGK is also, I hate to say it that way, but like that's all I got. It's great power emo. It's very pop. Also check out This Movie Sucks, which is the album title. Another great song. You'll like it if you're into that sort of thing, but you're looking for something a little more pleasant. I really do. I like that. And the lyrics are funny and really well put together. I think it's a husband-wife duo. Looks cool. This one's cool too. Another duo. Jon Bellion, as I call him. Jon Bellion and Pharrell Williams. So it's like John Williams? Missed opportunity, I think, for a John Williams production collab. But the production on this is immaculate and dead serious. It's like Pharrell brings this balance to any production he's on. Jon Bellion is really intricate and has good flavor. he knows what sounds good, so I've always appreciated him. And can write a hook, man. Catchy. The synth moments, oh, they're so good. If you love good synths. The complementary vocal leads, Pharrell and Jon sound so good together in the same room. It just keeps getting bigger, too, throughout the song. That's worth a listen. John Williams with the song Horoscope. Come on, John Williams. That's what they need to do. Such a missed opportunity. Ugly, UK. I think Fantano, this was a Fantano shout out. Last year, the year before, love these guys, these harmonies. They combine so well together, and just the coolest indie chords you've ever heard in your life. Chill riffs. They're laid back. They're not trying to be aggressive and try to be like super fancy like Polyphia. We love Polyphia. I love intricate fancy riff too. But this is so nice. Almost like classical, but it's not. It's just pleasant. Plenty of space. Next to Die is the name of the song. Real good. Really good. 87. How do you say these names? Daniel Vildosola and John Wow. John Wow. Sorry. Sorry, dudes. Instrumental jazz chill out. Incredibly perfect pedal steel. I forgot about that. The pedal steel swells were so cool. Yeah, it's instrumental. You get a sax solo. Just listen to chill jazz. It's not like crazy jazz, like trying to be wild. It's just, it won't make you want to squint your ears. You'll like it. It's not that kind of jazz. All right. Rival Consoles is a cool electro guy. Electro musician from England. It's funny because I could just read the Spotify description, but I'm talking it out. Yeah, he's got a pretty big following. I really like his artistic flair of exciting EDM. So you got that as the bass line, but it's never too much. And I really appreciate that. Catherine is the song. Yeah, I found that earlier in the year, and that was good stuff. I love good EDM. I have an EDM playlist that I've been trying to build that's got like cool beats and stuff, but TOLEDO, not from Ohio, as they say on their description. They have been doing bedroom pop justice. It's like this song Amends right here. The production is getting pristine. This is some of the best sounding production I've heard them. The banjo and horns build so well. It's just sad, chill indie, but with happy chords. Trust me on some things are unexplainable, my guy. You just got to listen to it. But also go back and listen to Knot. The song called Knot, like tying a knot. The demo. It's in like their top 10. The Knot demo. Check it out. Right there. That, it's so heartfelt. That was what made me a fan of these guys. I think it was Pandemic 2019. So right before. Oh, look at that. Aw. All right, we got a post-rock legend, Mogwai. This is great shopping background. It's like if you're in Publix or up north, Kroger, maybe out west, you're at Best Way or whatever. Whatever the one out, Safeway. I'm an idiot. I haven't been out west. I've been like Montana. Anyway, Mogwai is great if you just want to like drown out the background noise if you're at Safeway. All right, it's rare to get someone who's this consistent 3 decades in and to do it in a band setting where they're still, I mean, like, look, just see what I mean. All of their albums and their whole discography is just like every other year, just a wall of albums. And these are all just consistent and put out every year. I need to go back and kind of listen more in depth. Great shoegaze, post-rock, and it sounds just as good as anything they've ever done. I mean, that's consistency. That's consistency right there. Country music. We're going to talk about Jason Isbell for just a second. There's not a lot of country on this list this year. I don't know why. Jason Isbell has been consistent too with this song, Bury Me. I love his perspective on stuff. He's a voice of reason. He's from my home state, Alabama. He has an amazing guitar collection. We love that part of him too. There's videos of him talking about his rare guitars. He's funny, he's clever, intelligent, thoughtful. His wife, Amanda Shires, is an amazing artist in her own respect, and they do stuff together, and they're awesome. Power couple vibes. Yeah, shout out to home state Alabama. Shout out to Good Country. It's not all Morgan Wallen. All right, let's move on. Slow mass. Indie. I was trying to get past the country thing because I'm not. Y'all can have your country, but let's just have some of the regular music. There's just more cool stuff with like 4,000 monthly listeners. All that stuff sounds the same. But trust me, like I said I would move on. I'm not moving on. I have some country stuff. Got this from my sister. But it's all like really pristine pop. And that's just all country music is now, you know? And I listen to the stuff. I listen to it all the time. And sure, I like a good song about whiskey and strawberry wine, but like let's move past. I love the South. I was born and raised in the South. We gotta move on. All right. I was talking about Jason Isbell, so let's move on and talk about Slow Mass. Because the indie band Slow Mass is doing great work on their new record. I heard this in March. Ooh, that's a cool vinyl. Hold up just a second. Look at that. Now I'll move it over so you can see it. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Check out Hogtied. That song is so good. Amazing head bopping drums. Really underrated. Some of the best indie flourishes I've ever heard, dude. Like, it is so catchy. Check out the hook. Not leaving the light on just for anyone. You'll get stuck in your head. 7 members. Yeah, I don't know. But they've been around like a decade. Mad at myself for not knowing that. That's a great band. We got Jon Hopkins. I love Jon Hopkins. It's so healing. Just really, I want to call it electronic music. It is at its core, but it's like embedded in classical music to where it won't do that electro thing. It'll make you feel nostalgic, and it's exactly like the album cover there. Beautiful. Ambience to just put you in that space, and his album art just looks exactly like that. Really great albums. I haven't heard something I don't like. It is so well done. Another great one. I have to shout out Jon Hopkins. Love Jon Hopkins. We got Deep Sea Diver. What do I know? It's nice to see 100,000 monthly listeners. I remember Deep Sea Diver's first album. I was a day oneer, and it's just cool to see them grow since 2012. They stuck with it, you know, and now they're on Sub Pop. Let's go. Doing it grassroots, even in like a weird era. 2012 was not like a great era for music either. It's hard to break through, and I don't know, it's just cool to see him still go. Billboard Heart. This is chill fuzz guitar. It's got some really tight indie instrumentation, and it rewards you with that building progression. You gotta listen to the whole thing, and you'll love it. Oh, these guys, Gum. So Gum is literally the dude from Pond and Tame Impala, both of those. And then you have Ambrose, Kenny Smith of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. You have this Australian trifecta of beauty. I wanted to describe it just like that, because that should get you excited right there. It's just all of those bands put together. You probably know one of those bands by now. If you'd all listen to any indie music, you'll like it. You like it. I'm not leading you astray. I promise you. We'll be vibing 120 BPM in the key of 1B. All right. $5 pony rides. It ain't about the money. Mac Miller, rest in peace legend. Never ceases to amaze me how much stuff this guy puts out. Just with talent and variety, heart, soul. Yeah, too bad. It's just too bad the way this is being rolled out. I mean, 25 million monthly listeners, man. There's a whole album too of others. It's just amazing they had this much stuff. So, it's just very creative. I feel like this would have been a pop hit if it had a little more production to it. And the production's good as it is. They really fixed it. This is an example where they fixed the production. Even though, I mean, he's not even around you. Just shout out, rest in peace. Got the band Citizen. There's like, I've told this story like 3 times at least, but if you don't know, I got to meet the Citizen drummer's mom at like an really underground indie house show, and she was talking about how they got noise complaints and stuff in this really suburban neighborhood in like 2015. Anyway, but this band, they're still doing great stuff, and I love them. Great, mature sounding. I think the band Brand New, I think this is just as good as some of like that Daisy era Brand New stuff. Is that controversial? Not any more controversial than Brand New Jesse Lacey, am I wrong? Don't look into that stuff unless you want to, you know. Why can't people be good people sometimes, man? Anthony Green, this dude, I finally watched an interview of him talking about, man, he had some struggles too, but mostly with substance abuse and just really, he's done so much for the music community. It's hard to see him struggle, but this album was during a lot of that time that he was struggling. But this song is awesome. The Slowing Down songs. Slowing Down, Long Time Coming. Sounds like a Boston song, doesn't it? It's been such a long time coming since I've been slowing down. It's one of the best reimagined versions of a song. I love the fact that they make it slow and then it speeds up. 18 years later. That's crazy, 18 years. We got another great producer, Jane Remover. A lot of people have been shouting them out. Tons of monthly listeners, yeah. We got head-turning lyrics on this one. This is raw and emotional, and I really connected with it, on a heart-to-heart level. It was really dark. I loved the Clarence Clarity kind of feeling, that experimental electronic. Everything I love about that genre just brought into this one song. The auto-tune stuff is great. It's flavorful. It's really impressively done. And one of my favorite songs they've ever done. So that one is a highlight if you like that kind of experimental electro stuff, like 100 Gex type stuff. This looks like a 100 Gex album cover, but it is Rainbow Kitten Surprise with the song Tropics. They're awesome. Love their vocal inflections. They just always make me smile. I've listened to them almost since the beginning too, and it's cool to see them blow up. They're huge now. Ginormous. Yes, let's go. So check them out. It's fun. We love music. Together Breakfast, less than 1,000 monthly listeners. Less than $1,000 in their bank accounts. Together Breakfast, shimmering, complex, melodic. I would say it's like jammy math rock, really good laid back stuff, but also like it will reward you if you're patient. Another one of those, you gotta be patient. And it's got some little cool noodly moments. I love stuff like that. Still super lo-fi, so I hope they up their game in that production because they are talented, dude. Love it. We got Dovetail. I don't even know who that is, but Rob Scallon is the guy. I almost put, man, I love Rob Scallon. I'll tell you one more story. Rob Scallon made a video for me. He's a pretty big music YouTuber. He talks about fun instruments and stuff. Made me like, why not 10 string? If you look up that video, you'll see my name, Mark Shaw, embedded in the video. Like 10 years ago or something. I don't even remember. Awesome. Just awesome dude. He's so creative. He does a lot of improv music stuff, comedy music. I mean, he's the Weird Al of our time, I would say, but in a different way and more of like the musicianship sense. Not as much the taking pop cultural sense. So, love a good creative comedy, funny artist. We need more of it. This song is chill. You're going to enjoy it. And then check out Rob Scallon's other stuff he does with Andrew Huang. They have a band that they have meet once every year. It's a day a year called 1st of October. They're fantastic too. I've talked about them a lot on these other ones. But I wanted to shout out that because he made a video game this year. Shout out Rob Scallon, just doing amazing cool stuff. A whole video game, music video game about the guitar. Glad I Did It is the song. I hadn't heard anybody talk about it. 56 monthly listeners. I don't remember how I found it. I'm sorry. I try to remember how I find so. I have no idea. It's fun beats, fun rhymes, underrated alert. Dude, I thought this was produced by Skrillex. There's some cool wub wub electro stuff going on. The beat's sick, the raps are awesome. Check it out. Bunch of artists. Brown Sugar is the main artist, but there's all these features. Someone named Bianca Shaw. Shout out Shaw, fellow Shaw. Let's go to, we have a whole metal section. So the next maybe 15 are going to be metal. So if you want to close your ears and not hear some dark and scary stuff, you might want to skip ahead a few minutes. But this is for y'all who want maybe the pump at the gym. You want some good stuff. Because a lot of metal is just going to sludge you out or be weird or be overly pop. These are the best of the best. I'm telling you, these are the best of the best. This is the best Architect song I've heard in a long time. Maybe ever. It might be my favorite of some of these bands. Great djenty metal. Beautiful melodies that kind of overlap. Yeah, the guy-girl harmony. Not really harmony, just kind of blending melodies together. Not usually into this kind of pop metal stuff. Not at all, but like this is, like I said, one of the best I've heard. Shout out to Amira Elfiki. Really good. Really good, really good, really good. Sleep Token with Emergence. I'm not going to talk much about Sleep Token. It's pretty good. Sleep Token's super overrated, but I like them, dude. I really appreciate what they're doing. I like that it rewards the patient listener with this one. This one has so much variety. This is one of their best songs. Beautiful vocals. I would have loved this too. I'm not saying this because it's hard to word this, but I would have loved this as when I was getting into music, because I think it gives you that feeling of variety. It's like giving you a sampler of all these things. It may not be the best tasting things in the world, but it's an amazing sampler of all these sounds, and it really is getting a lot of people into other bands, a gateway into like different types of sounds, and again, it's a massive amount of ears. So for this kind of stuff, it may be the #1 band doing that. So I wanted to shout that out. I think it's worthy of it. They're having a time right now in this very moment. Another band, I want them to get some love. They deserve it. Nothing More. Love these guys. That dude right there, Johnny Hawkins with the hair. That song, This Is the Time, when that came out, I was in love with this band and this sound. They're doing it good. They're instantly recognizable in a sea of music where everybody has that kind of rock. And it's still catchy and quality stuff after 15 plus years. So since 2014, I've been loving these guys. But they've been doing it since a little bit before then. So got the Acacia Strain. This is another sludgy, heavy technical death speed metal. Let's call it that. This song's great. They're awesome. But go listen to the song Tactical Nuke, because it's buried and people aren't talking about it. Me and my friends used to vibe out to this song because it gets progressively heavier and detuned. Hardest song ever? Quite possibly. The Acacia Strain. Shout out to Acacia and Strains. Thou's a cool band. I like this because I love doom drone metal. Like Sun, the band Sun, looks like Sun-O. Love that kind of sound. But this kind of feels like Nine Inch Nails, a little bit more so than their other stuff. I really do think it's cool. New Orleans sludge metal. Wait, did Trent Reznor compose it? Hold on, okay. I did my research a lot on this, but Trent Reznor is Nine Inch Nails. And I just called them 9 Inch Nails. Why don't they say featuring 9 Inch Nails? I had to put that together myself. And I was like, oh, that kind of sounds... I'm speechless. Trent Reznor, it says it right there. Wait, it says Best of 9 Inch Nails. Wait, the song is a 9 Inch Nails song. First of all, I overlooked the album cover. I overlooked the credits. Now I made a whole video talking about it. Then I get all the way and I say, it kind of sounds like 9 Inch Nails. I don't know why. You can't trust these YouTubers, man. we're just trying our best, but like we're gonna overlook stuff. So we're just trying to share what we love. Huh? Almost deleted my notes by accident. That would have been sad. Shout out to Control Z. Baritone guitars on this track, love it. Groove, I'm calling it pop metal. Very creative, beats out that regular trope of being derivative that you hear in so many bands. Doing good. President, it scratches that itch. Kingbreaker by The Armed. This is fast and punky metal. This is like threatening to kill you. This is threatening to injure something. But it's got this thread underneath it of this really chill, sleazy 90s grunge. So I love that dichotomy. The drums are like on the edge of breaking, and it sounds awesome. Let's listen to that. It says fast, 2 minutes long. Blow right through that. Loved this band. This is well-written 2000s emo. This is Under Oath, Silverstein, if you like those guys, Circa Survive, Thrice, Emery. This is all that like pop punk, emo tinge stuff, metalcore breakdowns, some good stuff. Receiving End of Sirens. A little long band names. The Receiving End of Sirens. There's so many of those in the 2000s, but they're cool. That's cool. They're still around, you know? Killswitch Engage is still around. This has been around like 30 years too. Holy smokes. They're getting the award of chuggiest metal, I feel like, of all time. Just even more than Metallica to me. I just feel like it's so iconic. I don't know. The melodies are so soaring with the chugginess. Maybe the best soaring choruses in metalcore ever. Let's just limit it to metalcore at least. I think we can all agree, right? No, we can't. But I'm gonna say that. I think it's among the best metalcore guitar tones. Adam D, his production, dude. Don't you agree? Like, if you've seen any of his other stuff, Under Oath, there's a list. The guitar just fits perfectly. Like a perfect puzzle piece of guitar in the mix. It just sits so well. Just always head bobbing to that. Killswitch Engage tone. Great vocalists. I've watched them on that Vans Warped Tour live stream they just did this year, and they're fantastic too. Even now, he's playing like a pink guitar. They're awesome. This is a new band I just found. I've been around a little bit, called Nasty Habit. Man, they're trying to like help people kick addiction and stuff too, according to that. Chasing their dreams, kicking addiction. It's groove metal, super sludgy tones. I think, so the reason I found it was through a guitar forum as I was researching guitar stuff. And people were talking about some pickups I was gonna put in. Not this guitar, a different guitar, which we're gonna get in very soon. We're gonna be making lots of interesting music talk videos about that. So, but this is kind of a little nod to that. Love a good metal riff. One of my favorite bands that ever did metal riffs as I was younger was The Devil Wears Prada. They were so influential to me. I thought they were so funny with their long song names and just metalcore, deathcore, whatever. It was so good. The music videos too. I love these guys. The bridges always kick in at the right time too. His voice, Mike Haranica's voice, is so exciting. And Jeremy sounds better than ever too. Like, it's just fun to see them develop over so many years too and become insanely catchy. This is a deeper cut. It's called When You're Gone. It amazed me the most from this new album, Flowers, but if you dig up on Flower, you dig up your flower bed and dig through the album, you can find a few bangers. For You, oh, that was stuck in my head too. I love that melody. He played it at Warped Tour, and Jeremy was like, this goes out to the ladies. Are there any ladies here tonight? It's a good song. Trauma. If you don't want more trauma, don't listen to this. It is traumatic in the best way. This is dark, demented. This is noisy and scary. This is the sounds are so, it's scary. If you want this type of stuff, it's here. It's here to remind you, like, it's believable how dark and demented and scary and extreme this extreme music is. Extreme music. Another extreme band. These are great. Dying Wish, she's great. Emma's vocals, unnerving, and they just perfectly fit the mix and the other guys in the band. Just the whole tone and the breakdown. Chills. It's that speedy deathcore. All right, we love Cancer Bats. Dude, look how goofy they are, man. So funny. Oh, I love these guys. The Canadian dudes always standing out to me with their cool grooves. Their guitar tones are so sick. So sick. This song is even more old school punk than I remembered them, because I love the album with Bed of Nails on it. I'm drawing a blank on the name. It's not one of their more popular. The Spark That Moves, their best album. Hands down. They have great songs, but The Spark That Moves, listen to this, start with Bed of Nails. It's great. Backstab the Rat Race. Love his little spoken word yelly vocals stuff. Cancer Bats. Cancer Bats. What a great band name. This dude, Connor Kaminsky, is doing great work. He had a great song too here with a great music video. I love these real pointy, fun guitars that he plays. And he's been doing some stuff with bare knuckle pickups. I've been researching them, and he sounds immaculate. This is amazing guitar YouTuber, Connor Kaminsky. Amazing tones, speedy prog metal. He's super rhythm focused and so articulate. He's got that riffage, man. Yeah, check him out. And Ollie Steele, slaying. Kaunashi. Oh, they are so good. They've been touring with Coheed, and they're just doing their own little thing, man. They got these screeching Joker, Batman screams. Love it. I just love it. Tomorrow is another day. Punky, deathcore, like, you may know the band Vildosola, like that gent. Some of the tones from that into punky deathcore. Yeah. Good stuff. Death by Romy kind of blew me away. It was a very interesting year. Again, you gotta avert your eyes at some of this stuff, man. It just is what it is. I would say, it's dark and demented too, but like, honestly, if you just listen to it, it just sounds like Dua Lipa. If Dua Lipa wrote pop metal dance. It's really good. I'm just saying, like, people aren't gonna get it because it's got that thing that scares the children and mothers. Converge. Are they not one of the best metalcore punk bands of the past 30 years? And they keep pushing the boundaries again with this exciting punk anthem, Love Is Not Enough. They just hit you like that. Shout out to the new Audio Tree session they did. That's what kind of led me back into this band too, because I wanted to jump back in. I listened to Jane Doe a million years ago, and I was always blown away by them. And like Dillinger Escape Plan, I was trying to think of the name. And the new, there's just some new bands that just sound really good and are cohesive, that are legacy old metalcore bands coming back. Shout out to Love Is Not Enough by Converge. Love Is Not Enough. We're moving out of the metal. We're back, guys. Hey, if we're not doing that anymore, we're back. We got one more song that's a little bit scary, but it's kind of fun scary because he plays a cello. It's classical. And you'll like it. Spooky, like, snake charmy kind of. It's fun, you'll like it. He's a virtuoso. He's as close as you can get to metal without being metal. That's how I'll put it. Geese. We're going to put Geese. I didn't put them in the top 50 because everybody's talking about it, but this song blew me away. And they're awesome. They're what they're cracked up to be, and they're growing on me, okay? I don't think I got it at first. I was kind of like, it's okay. I See Myself. I like some of just like bits and pieces I heard, but it's coming together and it's starting to make sense. His voice, it's gonna be, we're gonna remember it. And Cameron Winter's been doing solo stuff too, right? I haven't dug into some of the stuff. Some of the stuff I need to really dive into that was the big stuff this year. I kind of intentionally avoided it because I knew there would be time for everyone to discuss that, and I wanted to blaze my own trail on this one. Another one you probably haven't heard, Bongo Chico. We love Switchfoot. You may have been familiar with them. They did Dare You to Move for that soundtrack, and Meant to Live. This is wild. If you have no idea who this is, just press play on this just to hear this intro. If you've heard Radiohead, you know In Rainbows, right? This sounds exactly like if you mix that riff that everyone knows from In Rainbows album, you mix it with the Beatles, then you mix that with Animal Collective, but laid back California version. Tell me that's not dead on. And I'm about to see Switchfoot coming up in a few weeks. I see him like every year. Family loves him. Siblings love him. Fun fact, too, they have a song on the album. I know so much about these guys. I got to meet him, too. Tim's cool. Tim Foreman. Oh, the name of it is because his dad used to call him Bongo Chico. I forgot about that. Okay. Switchfoot has a song called I Need You to Be Wrong. Bongo Chico did one called I Don't Need You to Be Wrong. I don't need you to be wrong. It's cute. We got a nice palette cleanser. We'll take a little breather here. Now we're in the top 50, you know? So we got this Perilla HTRK. I don't even know who they are. I don't remember. I think someone was playing this in the background of something. No idea. It sounds awesome. It's just a great little interlude. A little reverse swell. A little palette cleanser. I'm gonna take a palette cleanse and I'll be back. Loud of sound. Get up, kick it down. Put the beat down. How do you even? Okay, of course now I gotta pronounce stuff. We know Pino Palladino, right? Blake Mills, cool guitarist. Where's a picture of him? The dude, like bearded guy. We love this guy. Friends with Tim Heidecker. That's how I saw him. But he's collabed with tons of people. He kind of sounded like Cass McCombs, who's also awesome. Pino Palladino, bassist, Italian, awesome. I'm pretty sure he's been around since the 80s, too. Somnambulista, from the album That Wasn't a Dream. EP? Somehow it's an album, because they got one song that's 13 minutes, but the rest are like 2 minutes. Great. It will get stuck in your head. It's got that offbeat jazz, like Jacob Collier. If you love anything Jacob Collier does, you'll vibe out to this. Big vibes. We got, everybody's talking about this. Why am I talking about this? Because it meant a lot to me, and I think this is the best song from the soundtrack. This is K-Pop Demon Hunters. It's just so soaring. It's excellent. It's subtle. Really emotional. It really fits like what's going on in the movie, and it's still really technically produced and executed really well. So shout out for still being good pop out there. You know, I don't like to hate on stuff. This is good. It's good stuff. It's called What It Sounds Like. This is what it sounds like. All right. Nilla Furtado, we love to see the glow up on Nilla Furtado. Almost 1 million monthly listeners now, almost, really. Since the first album, I would say day one on her since Miss Universe. I want to say KEXP. I think it was KEXP. It was that Sooner or Later, You're Going to Mention It. The Unordained, that was one. It's not even one of her most popular ones from that. Baby Blue's good. So yeah, that's awesome to see. My Method Actor was fantastic. She's got this baritone voice that is just, it's gorgeous. She's a little bit darker on this song, this one here, Cold Heart. It's just got a great dance beat behind it. It's different. She's developing this sound that's really like all of her best sonic elements put together. We love it. We love Mavis Staples. She's been around she's been around to the point where we know she's going to be good if she puts her name on. She's been collaborating with great artists. She's a legend. This is such a peaceful ballad. Sad and beautiful world. It's a laid-back reminder to accept reality. And it's okay to feel emotions for things we don't understand. And it's just a sweet little song. It's just a sweet little song. It's sweet. And a little song. Alessia Cara is another one. I just shout out to someone who's stayed the course right down the middle, the straight and narrow, her whole career. She's so poetic and she's so fun. The song is so fun. Me and my sister love Alessia Cara. We always have. Go Outside is the name of the song. Melodie, top tier. I'm never going to stop enjoying her music. Unabashedly, she's great. Doing such good work. Phenom. No, she is a phenom, but there's a band called Phenom. You do know I'm trying to segue a lot of these into each other, right? There's an order to this. I'm trying, okay? The song Hungry is great. So they have a couple songs. It took a long... I listened to this album because it's so fun. This is another shopping. You can throw this on in the background, shopping. Not God is the name of it. It's great. Haircut is awesome. And Haircut's so funny. That's probably the one most people would click. But Hungry. Now I only feed myself. Fun bop. They're really creative and artsy. Just simple harmonies. Their voices sound so great. Very dancey too. Love to get in the rhythm. Molly Tuttle. That's gonna leave a mark. Sounds like a Taylor Swift song. This is like a simple, upbeat, down the middle pop tune. Very, very gifted folk pop artist, Molly Tuttle. Kind of throwback. Again, Taylor Swifty. I mean that in the most complimentary way. Old Taylor Swift. But I'm not trying to pigeonhole this. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. We have another beautiful track. This song. I'm telling you guys, bedroom pop is getting good. It's getting mature and complex and well recorded and everything. It's a total package now. Fantastic Melody by Samia. I love the dark and light lyrical themes that kind of contrast. Here's the dichotomy of one of the lyrics, my favorite lyric. And the rhyme is funny too. It's, you find solace in the horror. I hear your heartbeat for Florida. Amazingly rewarding progression too throughout the whole thing. All these tempo changes. Again, just check out songs that make you think and feel over the course of that time. It's only 3 minutes. And you'll feel things, and it'll really, you'll have a moment where it'll click, and then you'll go, you know what I'm talking about? Where it clicks, like 2.5 minutes in, you almost know where to click, you're aiming for right there because you know something's gonna happen. You can just know because a lot of artists do that, the good ones, in my opinion. Another great artist, I love Mama. These guys are great. Bottle Blonde, this song is popping off. One of my favorite, Gen Z bands right now. Because of the way they write this particular composition is so well orchestrated. Tons of layers that are interesting. I think this is the perfect melody. Just a perfect example. But it's got that simple 90s throwback beat. 90s vocals. Shout out. Look at that. They just look so cool, man. All right. Like to be friends with them. Let's hang out, mama. Hi. This is really lush sounding. I think Jon Hopkins, again, he gets 2 on this particular list because this is awesome. Never heard of this artist, but this has a nice little groove and beat to it while being lush, and the vocals are so comforting. So you'll enjoy Satellite. Oh my goodness. Listen to me list these 3 artists. If you're into any of the TV Girl, George Clanton, Magdalena Bay, dude. Come on. These 3, they just bring their best electro elements all in one place. Yeah, it's so good. It's good. Well, I love Magdalena Bay. Popped off last year, deservingly. I was hearing it at all kinds of stores and stuff. Magdalena R Bay, because they own our heart. Am I, Who Am I? That is the name of a Swedish, that is the name of a Swedish electro pop singer with very intricate vocals, hitting those high notes. Beautiful poetry, basically just like vocal inflections that move you and put you in the space. It just looks exactly like that. It's just beautiful open space. Fountain. I wanted to shout this out. It's called Still Blue. I think the original one was called Blue. And so beautiful. Those high notes they're gonna hit you in the feels. Check it out. It's worth a shout out, even though that song is 10 years old, because they did a deluxe of it. And the deluxe songs are great too. It's a whole world to dive into if you haven't. This is another world that I have yet to dive into. A lot of it's because it's from the UK. This band Wonder Horse. I've heard of, I'm thinking of a different Wonder something band. Wonder Horse, I listened to their entire discography because they were so intriguing. This is a really, really cool song at its core. And people may overlook this at your first listen. Give it some time because they underrepresent themselves. That's the best way to say it. People are going to miss the goal because this is a really well-written song. It's rewarding. And it's got these layers. I knew they had an X factor. There was something uncharacteristically pleasant about these guys. When you hear some of the contrast that they're doing, the vocals are so pleasant. I love that voice is so comforting to me. Just got a little bit of soul to it. It gets in your head. It's good. I love stuff that gets in your head and makes you think. It's called Silver. That's the best Wonder Horse song I've heard. Hush now, baby, don't you cry. Deftones, they're back. And they're sounding just as good as anything they've ever put out. Tone of it is on par, but the songwriting, you could argue. The way they change the rhythm, it's always intriguing. I love this band, so much of what they do. And the fact they have so much crossover appeal into different spheres, and they've been doing it for so long and been through a lot as a band. I went through and made a compilation you can find of all of the awkward Deftones interview moments ever. A few years ago, this is during the pandemic. And it was a labor of love. It's like an hour long. There's a lot, and it's funny. You'll have a ball listening to that. I totally forgot I did that. I'm glad I thought that, so you can share that with y'all and have some fun if you love Deftones. That's a good song. Mind is a Mountain. Ooh, Vower. This one, Rabia Masad, he is my guy when it comes to guitar tones. I want to play like him. Want to meet him one day too. So chill. He is, I would say he's the most balanced groove metal dude. Even more so than Deftones with the groove metal. Insane amount of dynamics too. It sounds so right. And it sounds great in a band context or by itself. That's how you know when you can hear it in all of its contexts and out of context, and it still sounds good. So he's in a band called Vower, and it's called Stuck. And they just put out an album that's awesome. EP? I think it's an EP. Yeah, EP. Storm Lined with Silver. And there's him with the afro. Awesome, dude. So Deftones, great metal band. We're almost through the metal set. We have this is the higher class metal, we'll say. Kind of grouped them all together. Death Heaven, love these guys, dude. Ever since that Pink album, Sunbather, man. Love that one. Everyone knows the lore of that one, right? That's like the black gaze, shoegaze, pop metal crossover. And people are like, ew, it's Pink. Like the people who are too heavy to like that kind of stuff. And then this new album, Lonely People with Power, immaculate, just really well put together. The only issue I had with it was I had to kind of turn it down because it's that intense and powerful for, you know, an hour. It's got good dynamics though and ebbs and flows, but it's a lot at loud volumes. Incredible how this band does it. And this is my favorite guitar tones of the year. So there you go. And I'm only putting them at 30. So this is not like, again, we're in a section where it's just kind of, I'm throwing stuff around just to talk about it and flow it into itself, because this band has one of the best flows. This album flow, they're doing it better now, I think, with this Blue album. Never Enough is the album. And all of these songs like flow in and out of cool stuff. They're really going to do some crossovers and be one of maybe the bands that get people into this cool pop punk stuff. They don't let up. You'll love it more and more with each listen. 2 thumbs up for Turnstile. Got to see them live. They're so cool, dude. Look how cool they are. Just look up to bands who have a cool aesthetic to them. Of course, the Pink album's cool too. Glow On. All the mystery. They're so cool. So let's talk about another pop punk band. This is one of my favorite pop punk songs of all time. It's called Permanent. Criminally underrated. Criminally underrated. The remix is done by one of my favorite singers too, from Anne Boleyn. He's in the newer Anne Boleyn, and he was in another band called Memphis Mayfire. Anyway, he's in this song, Maddie, and it's just an amazing re-record. The dynamics sound good. I've listened to it so much. It is so good. Acceptance is back, and the guitarist of Acceptance, Christian, right there. He's in Anne Boleyn now too, so it's like some Anne Boleyn crossovers. It's just kind of like a beautiful thing to watch. So Acceptance, the song Permanent, with the nothing is permanent, permanent will be wise in your mind. There you go. I did that 8 times to try to get that for you. So we're gonna leave it at that. Another great emo band, Motion City Soundtrack. Shout out to my friend Jonathan Lorman for leading me on these guys. I can't believe I didn't hear of these guys till after they broke up. Makes me mad. I hate it when that happens. They're so creative. This is, in particular, the way they add the other layers. They do the synth stuff on top of the pop punk, and it's every single album they come up with sounds so fresh. They're so good. I think I do have. Look, check out that. This is probably their best album. It's called Commit This to Memory. This cool swirl vinyl. I love Motion City Soundtrack. Commit This to Memory. Blazing dynamics. His voice is so good. If you're really into pop stuff, you don't really like the punk part of pop punk, more into the pop, you'll love Motion City Soundtrack. You'll absolutely love them. I'm glad to see they're back. Because, I mean, none of us are getting any younger, but these dudes, they've been doing it for just as long as anybody else in the 2000s, maybe even the late 90s. All right. Good stuff. Metal band. We got a couple more metal sections. These guys are so good. I referenced them. Viljata. It's a Swedish metal band. It means wild heart. You will be laughing at this song because it's got some jump scares that are just comical. How obtuse it is, and it hits you. It's like you know it's gonna be like, oh, it sounds scary. It's like I'm not exaggerating, okay? If anything, I'm not giving you enough. These are the definitive gent metal guys. The definitive Thal, as they say. There's some lore behind that. Look them up. You'll like them. One of my favorite metal bands. I cannot wait till they drop a vinyl pressing of this song that they have just re-released in a new way on this Again, only 100,000 monthly listeners. This is probably one of the best technical metal bands, in my opinion. They did this whole Concealing Fate album. It's just one of the best gent metal things. The layers they added to this version with choir noir, so good. If it was actually new, like this is an old song, you know, from 15 years ago or whatever, but I would be putting it probably toward the very top. It's that good. It's perfect. It's just the layers they added. If there's any metal song to listen to, they need to do a pressing of it too. So check it out. We got another Rabia Masad and John Conern. This is one of his better songs too, and I wanted to include him again because he's awesome. He's done tons of stuff. Also check out his band DURRY. I think this is really an opportunity to check them out. I want more of them on vinyl. Unbelievable. I've never heard a band like DURRY. I mean, they're bands that sound like them from the 80s and 90s, but they have the tone and they're the total package. I don't know why they broke up. Amazing band. Probably because of life stuff. We don't want to play music anymore. Deadmau5 will play music. He'll do it. He'll sign up. He'll do anything. Joel Zimmerman. One of the most respected EDM producers, yeah. Okay, but this Jupiter song, you know when Deadmau5 puts something out, it's going to be awesome. It's going to sound great. It's going to look great. It's awesome. He's the dude. He's like the standard of excellence everyone else is trying to meet. Is he the most like, he's not writing vocals, he's not, but he's staying in his lane, he's doing this thing, and he's number one at it. He's the dude. He's the dude. So that was the reason I wanted to cap off that. Now we're in the top 25. Another thing with Deadmau5 too is he always adds a layer beyond the regular EDM beep beep boop boop bop bop beep boots 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 boots. He's got another thing going on. But we got another dude who does a lot of the uns with some of the best production you've ever seen in your life too, and Skrillex with Dylan Brady of 100 Gags and Caroline Polachek, one of my favorite singers of like the past 2 years, and I underrated too, in my opinion, with only probably like a couple million monthly listeners. She should have 1 billion monthly listeners. She's great. So hot, Jet, and my feelings. Another band that I have, I don't know if I would say I have a crush on Skrillex. Maybe Caroline Polachek, but I had it. It's a very publicly known fact that I had a major crush on Alana Hayim. Hi Alana, you're hot, for like the 8th time. Everybody's trying to figure me out. Yeah, we're still trying to figure you guys out because you're so good at just having fun with this music thing. As they're just having fun. We love to see these sisters having fun doing their thing. Gasoline is always a bop. Road tripping, listening to all of their stuff. They're so good. It's one of those that stick with you all year long. You're gonna love Hayim. Hayim, Remember the Music, Part 3. Shout out Alana Hayim. All right, we gotta move on. No one came here to listen to me talk about Alana Hayim, or maybe you did. If you did, you did. All right, Will Stewart. Nobody's heard of this guy. He's from hometown, Birmingham. Listen to that bass. Wow, wow. And just zone out. And it's so pretty. You're gonna love it. That's one of the best songs he did. I listened through a lot of his discographies as well. Shout out to a hometown dude. Found him through the Birmingham record store down there. And yeah, it's just cool. Just cool. This one's not a hometown artist. He's a legend. You already know him. I mean, you guys know Led Zeppelin. Please tell me you know Led Zeppelin. If you don't know Led Zeppelin, I'm sorry that you didn't have any sort of male figure who is older than you. Because Led Zeppelin. He's doing this new album that's very country influenced. And he was speaking about it on the NPR Tiny Desk, and he was crying, talking about how much, it was impacting him. Beautiful songwriting, and like the song, It's a Beautiful Day Today. That's a beautiful song too. No pun intended. And this one's awesome, Higher Rock. I think you should listen to that one first. It's awesome. So I'm throwing that in there. Really great listen. And I feel like I'm not saying it's underrated, but I think it's worth a shot. If you're kind of like, yeah, Led Zeppelin, whatever. No, like actually listen to that. That's some good stuff. His voice is sounding better with age. I don't know how he's doing that when he sounded like for about 80 years, but he's doing it, okay? I ain't judging. We love it. I'll listen to Physical Graffiti to the day I die. Another dad rock band, My Morning Jacket. I mean, it's kind of dad rock, right? My Morning Jacket, they're great. This is one of the best dad rock songs on the list, okay? Just get the pop song professor out here. In 1901, My Morning Jacket put out, they're not that old, but like Time Waited, just check it out. I mean, they're like 90s, right? 99, I thought. Yeah, so you're gonna like the dad rock vibes on that one. Amazing melody. Time Waiting. I'm trying not to sing every single one of these for y'all, but I'm telling you, I love, these are all songs that I genuinely love. And we're in the top 20. We got some rappers worthy of the cred here. Right underneath Kendrick Lamar. I didn't listen to a ton of rap this year. I don't remember how I heard this one, but it was awesome. I love when the dudes play off each other. It was so good. But not quite as fun, I'll say, as Kendrick Lamar. Do it. He's gonna do it. Oh, should he do it? Should he do it? Yeah, he's gonna do it. Yeah, you knew he was gonna do it. He's so great. He's got the right amount of monthly listeners. I mean, I was gonna do To Pimp a Butterfly, the whole vinyl shootout, and I got every pressing of it right here, the OG up to now. I got it chilling right here. We're gonna talk about Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly, but we gotta talk about a Super Bowl halftime performance. The way he just weaved in and out of all of those songs, running around, doing all that. They need to fix the mix in some of the streaming services because it's so quiet though. You gotta crank it all the way up. Amazing. One of the best Super Bowl halftime performances, which is a high standard of excellence here in the States. So just awesome. And I think that's deserving of a top 20 spot. Yeah, it might even deserve top 5, top 3. It's that good. So wanted to include that. I wanted to shout these guys out a little more because they're lesser known. Everything is recorded, still pretty well known, but Kamasi Washington's on here and some other ones. I think this was like a Spotify release radar sort of suggestion, I want to say. Shout out to all these artists together. They perfectly fit. It's beautiful, beautiful, lush R&B. It'll make you feel something. And Kate Bush has been making people feel stuff about Stranger Things, and I guess some people didn't even know who she was, but now they do. Now they do. 26 million monthlies, and now we're talking. She put out this, no one that I saw was talking about this. I don't even know what language it's in. These are like other moments from her discography, because there's some other stuff on here that everybody knows, but I just loved that one in particular because it's so beautiful. It's like Bjork. It's everything you'd love about that, but she's made that deal with God, and she's swapped places with some of the best artists on the planet, I think. So one of my favorite artists this year has been Madison Cunningham. She is so poetic, dude. She's everything I loved about Regina Spektor, Phoebe Bridgers. I mean, Joni Mitchell. Like, you can go back and just all those artists, bringing them together in one place. And you know, I didn't notice the light behind me was off. It was supposed to be purple behind my shoulder. Whoopsie doopsie daisy. Lucy Dacus too. Both of these artists interchangeably so. Just so poetic, tender, and classic sounding with heartfelt songs. Probably the most heartfelt song on the list. There is something about Lucy Dacus' songwriting that I love too. The way she always personally just shares like a gut feeling. The way she shares her life experience is just perfect, and I really relate to Lucy Dacus. Shout out to Boy Genius, did a whole video series talking about them. We're looking for more music from them one day. soon, hopefully. This guy has given us not very much music considering. Alejandro Aranda did, was it The Voice? Was it American Idol? I don't exactly remember, but he was amazingly talented. He made Katy Perry he made Katy Perry's jaw drop to the floor. He's incredibly gifted at guitar, and he did a guitar cover of an electronic song, and it's perfect. I'm not kidding. It works so well. It's one of the best acoustic covers of an experimental dance song you'll ever hear. Who's going to be able to outdo that guy? I don't know. I don't think anybody will. Aha. We'll be on for 5 seconds. Watch. And this one's supposed to be perp. There you go. Well, let's try to talk about Alejandro for just a second. He covered Charlie XCX. Yeah, Sympathy is a Knife. You just have to hear it to believe it. It's just one of the coolest things you'll hear. His vocal inflections are so pretty. He does I think he plays like a beautiful Gibson guitar. I really think that just the guitar in general is back in a big way. And Alejandro is at the forefront, in my mind, of new guitarists. He's the total package. There's nothing else that I've seen him do in the past few years that's been as good as that. As a must listen, and out loud is unreal. It's hard to say the truth out loud. It's such a simple, poetic, perfect song too. This song blew me away though too. Aerosmith, I was about to skip when I saw Aerosmith, Youngblood, Lainey Wilson. I like Lainey Wilson, okay, Youngblood's pretty cool. It's growing on me, really. And Aerosmith, okay. They really complement each other perfectly. I don't really know what else to tell you. You need to listen to it. I love it when they trade lines. It's gonna get the best dad rock song on the list. Cannot believe I'm saying that. And Aerosmith in 2025. It sounds good. It just sounds good. All right. Check it out. I'm not gonna overstate Aerosmith. I think it is possible to do. It is what it is. There's a cute story I heard about it. Okay. I'll say one thing, because this was recent. I did hear this about Aerosmith. Joe Perry of Aerosmith, the guitarist. Amazing. Got some swag, that dude. He went through some problems. He had a beautiful guitar. Slash gave Joe Perry back his guitar. And there it is right there. Oh, he loves it. It's a beautiful, beautiful story. He got his guitar back, even though he made bad life choices. See? Things can turn around, man, and it can happen right where you live, and that's why right where I live in the state of Florida, in the city of Jacksonville, the Yellow Card appeared out of nowhere and blew the emo scene and surprised them with Ocean Avenue, which is apparently a real place. I need to go there in Jax. They are awesome. They blew me away. I was gymming to this album this year, Better Days. Bedroom Posters is soaring. It's nostalgic. You're going to get it stuck in your head in the best way. Best emo song of the year. Best pop punk. Turn down my bedroom posters. Whoa. You got to have some whoa-ohs in there. So I'm putting a country song in here because we're about to break the top 10. We're at number 11. We got my favorite country artist right now. I'm obsessed with this dude. I was listening to him today. He's so good. Billy Strings. Amazing NPR Tiny Desk he just did. And he did this. I would have put the Tiny Desk, but it's not on streaming, so go check that out. This one's fantastic too with Cory Henry, the pianist. So good. You have to hear that. It's got those piano riffs. Insane fiddle. If you sit around and wait for it. Oh, dude. We needed some good country because we have been dry. In good country music, I don't care if that's offensive to say, there's just not that much out there, all right? But there is a ton of good atmospheric, ambient. This is the best way to start your day. We're in the top 10. This is an imagination of a legendary track. It's almost stripped back. It is such a palate cleanser. I started my day today with it. Happy Pala by Sigur Rós from the album Talk. They just did a 20th anniversary of it. Happy 20th. It's one of the cosmic post-rock creations. Yeah, they're awesome. They're awesome. They deserve it. That's why they're at number 10. We have a great band that's really just been stuck in my head all year long. You know when something's stuck in your head all year, it's good. Unless it's Baby Shark, in which case it's bad. But this is good. This is Five of Tears is awesome. I had to buy it, and I'm really trying to cut back on vinyl. I know that sounds crazy to say. I love vinyl, but I bought this record. Took a risk on it because I only liked a couple songs, but the songs were that good that I knew the record would be good, and it is. It's awesome. Double disc. They even wrote a note in there, so I kept the note. Thanks for buying, Mark. Enjoy. I'm like, come on. I'm gonna listen to that. I'm gonna listen to that because I still haven't listened to the actual vinyl, but I listened to the album a ton. Go check it out, dude. She Comes Up. Why does that have 40,000 plays? One of the best shoegaze songs ever. So they're blowing up now. I mean, they had like 10,000 monthly listeners or less. So this is another day one band. Get on the front end. This is awesome. This is awesome. I think they're West Coast shoegaze. Pure Hex with the song Skin Twin. You're going to love it. Oh, I love this kind of stuff. Is that slap, funky guitar? Best rap song of the year, too. Ando-san. Oh, this is so cool. So cool. And Spyro killed it. Tame Impala was one of probably the least exciting comeback records we've had in a while, but we're not going to talk about that because he did an amazing tour and he combined all the greatest hits on the tour. And this song too might just save the mid that was the rest of the stuff that Kevin did. I don't think that's just me saying it either. I just think most people thought that. But like, we are not going to stop loving Tame Impala ever. I made a whole video talking about the Currents box set, and Dracula is awesome. I have been bopping this since it came out. It is spooky and dark, and it still represents everything we love about Tame Impala. It's perfect. The perfect Tame Impala song. Again, so many perfect Tame Impala songs. That is deserving. It's the best dance song on this list. You may know the rock band Ghost, which is a cool band. I wasn't super heavy, like, diving deep into all their stuff. This song blew me away. This is one of the best ballads. It's the best ballad on this list, one of my favorite ones ever. And Skeletor is cool. World's most esteemed and celebrated creative forces. They're cool. They're just so cool. I would like to dive into their lore. They're cool. They're just cool. And I see people talking about Ghost, wearing Ghost shirts all the time. So I'm going to put them on there because this is kind of the first time I'm really actually getting into Ghost. So Jeff Tweedy of Wilco. Will I cry? Maybe. Because this is moving how good Wilco is at a special time with Wilco. This year I got to see him live for the first time. Just a band that I've loved. I've made videos talking about them. Talked with the Wilco podcast guys. Jeff Tweedy's awesome. He's one of those artists from that alt country scene of the 90s. And he's my favorite of that, you know, that sound of all time. And this song, Caught Up in the Past. No one stands a chance getting caught up in the past. That is, when you feel that and you watch other people needing to hear that all year long, it's moving how important that is. But just he hit me this year. Just Wilco, again, hit me in a whole new way, seeing them live. I brought the average age down at that concert too. I'm not necessarily the main core audience of like that stuff, and I don't care because it's just good. It's Twilight Override's awesome. I did not have time to listen to the whole thing. 3-disc, 2-hour long album. Oh man, he's so cool though. He's got to be one of the coolest. He's funny too. I know so much about Wilco. Shout out Jeff Tweedy. That song really spoke to me this year too. But yeah, just Wilco in general. So we're giving him that spot. This band was going to be higher on the list because we need their album. The fan base is dying. We're on the edge of disaster. We're on our knees begging for the album. Give us another vinyl pressing. give us a sign of life. They say they're working on the album, but we're not getting it. I'm on the ground, dude. Like, this is, it's sad. They need to give us music. We don't even care if it's bad at this point. It's been 5 years where they've been talking about putting out another album. That's a long time to keep. That's just a long, and we're upset, okay? But here's the bottom line. We will wait. Because we love you guys. You've changed the face of metal. And they're doing it right. I think that's why it's taken so long, because this song's awesome and they're really pushing into new things too. But you need get some loathe into your ears. I let it in, it took everything, of course, and those guitar tones are sick. Even like their guitar tech makes YouTube videos and talks about guitar teching for them. But Loathe is awesome. Best metal song of the year. Cheers to that. We're in the top 3. You have no idea who this guy is. I didn't either. His name is Jens Kuros. I don't know. It literally says he's been hiding in plain sight an unnoticed career as an LA session musician and cabinet maker in Idaho. This is so cool. I would love to get into woodworking. I've been researching that. That'd be fun to learn. He wrote this song that is so moving. It is almost like Radiohead. It is one of those ones where you instantly hear it and you go, what is that? I need to hunt that down right now. What is that? What is that? It's so good. From Office Hours Live, Tim Heidecker, that podcast. It's great. It's funny. But this song is so sweet and moving. It had nothing comedic about it. And it's just one man, one keyboard, and it's beautiful. It's very Radiohead, everything in its right place. Very subtle and intricate. It's one of the best chill songs of the year. We have the best, what I would say, pop song. This is just a pop song. There Is a Rhythm. There's a rhythm with an N. And I had just realized when I typed it out that the rhythm has a letter N. Rhythm. There is a rhythm in insane. It just makes you go like, the whole album makes you just feel so seen. It's healing. Bon Iver does that. He's going to rest on his laurels now. He's done, guys. He's basically said, that's it for music. And he put a rap on it in the best way possible. And I need to do a whole series talking about Bon Iver, but I got a lot of his records. I know we're going to talk about For Emma version of this that sounds awesome with the cool textured cover. The self-titled. The red, I got all his stuff. That's Boy Genius. But that's I, and a single. Yeah, there's some cool stuff in there. Anyway, beautiful album, Sable Fable, Bon Iver. What an amazing, moving musical journey we went on with Justin Vernon, from creaky wood guitars and, in a lonely cabin to this. And it just feels like it just finally seals the deal. It's beautiful. And that leaves a lot of songs left. Now we're at the number 1. This is my favorite song of the year because it's kind of like a redemption story and a little bit of like, I couldn't pick anything else because this just sums it up. And there's a lot of music that comes out that you don't necessarily like at first listen, and then it grows on you, and then it becomes overwhelmingly meaningful. And this is that song, and it's called Someone Who Can. Lyric, this is us running out of magic, losing touch. That's what a lot of people say about a lot of musicians who are like, they don't sound like their old stuff. This year we got the chance, I got to see Coheed and Cambria live. I got to meet some of my Coheed and Cambria friends, did videos, talking with them over the past year or two, and just connecting with people in a real way over this band. This community is so cool, and I won't fight for the old life, Headed to the light at the end of the road. There's no looking back. I just want to be someone who can. Now, give me love, give me life, give me fire. They're doing it right. We deep dove into the whole album. Shout out to Devin. One of the coolest. And that album is my album of the year. Followed anything in my channel, we've talked about Coheed a good bit. So someone who can. Really appreciate you guys stopping by. That's all the top songs, but just know, like, I want to hear your top songs. I want to hear things that meant a lot to you. I love deep diving into new stuff, the things that stood out maybe from this list, and what else you'd like to share from your heart. So appreciate you stopping by. Keep on grooving your way. We'll see you back real soon. Real soon. Oh, we got the guitar stuff. You're not going to believe some of this guitar stuff.